Hey everyone, Trevor Huntsinger here with the Anderson Hicks Group, and I have the pleasure today of sitting down with Josh Golden, an agent on our team. And so, Josh, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Awesome. Well, I am excited to be here today. A little bit about myself. So I've lived in Idaho for 11 years now. Moved here with my wife and kids. I've been doing real estate since 2019. It's been a blast. It's been fun. I'm involved socially within my community. I'm involved in my church. Really enjoy living here in Idaho. It's a great place.
And so, 11 years in Idaho.
Yes.
So, transplanted from.
Transplanted from Eastern Washington.
Okay.
That's where I lived there for about 13 years when my wife and I got married.
Like Spokane?
No, Tri-Cities area.
Oh, okay.
So really similar to Idaho Falls.
Yep.
Has a lot of natural resources, beautiful outdoors, has a federal nuclear site. So very, very similar. Is a heck of a lot colder here than it does in Tri-Cities, but you get used to that.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome. So, what brought you to
honestly,
Idaho?
that's my wife's fault. She got a job here, and I was doing construction at the time. And you can do construction anywhere. And so we moved here because she's got 20 years worth of radio experience.
Okay.
And so she came here to manage a radio network. And it was quite the adventure.
Do you miss Tri-Cities? Do you like East Idaho?
I do miss some parts of Tri-Cities. We miss the fruit. A lot of orchards there.
Yes.
So we'd go glean the pears or the apples, peaches. The Columbia River is a lot more exciting than the Snake River. You can actually get your water ski boat out on the river itself. So there are some parts that I do miss, but Idaho Falls has become a pretty cool place to live. So.
And so you said your wife and you moved out here with two sons.
Two boys, yeah. They were middle of school year, so that kind of stank for them, but it was 5th and 6th grade, so they adjusted pretty good. Two boys, which they are now up and out of the house for the most part. Anybody that's had kids that move on, they know how they can boomerang a little bit back and forth, which is totally cool. But both of them are out right now, figuring out what they're doing in life, so it's good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You were lucky enough to have both of them for first time under the same roof not very long ago.
Yeah, no, they were both here for Christmas. It was a lot of fun. It was crazy. It was busy, but it was good. It was good to have everybody around and just get to be a family before, those times will become less and less as they establish their own lives and families. And so we were super thankful for it.
I know you were so excited.
Yeah, it was exciting. It was a lot of work though. I stayed up late all the time.
Yep.
It's all good. It's
it.
good. Yeah.
Kids keep you up.
They do, because they're like night owls, and I'm like, I like to get up in the morning, and when they're around, I do what they do because I want to see them.
So, talked a little bit about your family. So, you said you're very involved in the community and in your church. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. So involved with the community, a lot of it comes from either volunteering. I have volunteered and worked with the Idaho Falls Rescue Mission, the homeless shelter. I'd work with the guy side of things for a while. I did that for a couple of years, and then I also involved, I would say politically. I get involved with just helping our community and helping those in our community kind of get involved and to keep Idaho a great place to live. It is an amazing place to live. It's an amazing place to raise your family. But we have to be involved to do that kind of thing. We need to be a part of what happens in our communities and our governments and things like that. So I volunteer a lot of time with that. And then church, I help with the setup and tear down our church. We don't currently have a building, and so there's a lot of times where we set up and tear down at the place that we borrow. But also, I've taught a couple classes that are outside the church, like we do it on like a Sunday afternoon or something like that. So yeah.
Without those who come and set up and take down, that never happens.
No, without the guys that come and set up and tear down, we would have no chairs, we would have no stage, we would have no sound. It would just be a room.
A room.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for the faithful guys that do that, because a lot of them go unnoticed, but it's necessary. So,
well, thank you for your service in doing that.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
So, tell me about the transition from construction into real estate. So, building homes.
Yeah.
To selling homes.
Yeah.
How two totally different industries. How did that happen?
Similar industries, but different, I think. So having a construction background has helped me with real estate because I grasp what a home should look like. I grasp what construction should look like. It's helped me with my clients to, I guess, take a critical eye to a home they're looking to buy and see things that could be potential problems, but also point out some good aspects of a home if I see something that's quality. So that's a good part of that. I got into real estate because a mutual friend, he was in real estate, and he encouraged me to check it out. And so he actually met with me, I think, about 6 different Saturdays, and gave me as best of a picture as he could of what real estate's like. Granted, it's a lot more complex than 6 Saturdays could, fully represent. But I got into it partially because I had part of my background was also wholesale distribution, middle management stuff. Middle management is just kind of a nowhere game. And I wanted something that had the flexibility, but also had the potentiality for me to provide better for my family. You kind of get into it, what you get out of it, what you put into it, as far as work goes. So I kind of took the jump. I actually went and stayed in Boise for 2 weeks. I got both my classes, both my tests done, and then took the federal test. And then I was, in the deep end as far as real estate goes. And that's what it's been ever since. So.
And you said that was 2000 and
2019.
okay.
So had to wrestle with COVID a little bit,
Yeah.
which was, so I learned how to do real estate when you didn't talk to people or touch people and you didn't interact with people, which was hard because I have a sales background a little bit. I have a construction background. I interact with folks. And so the whole nobody interact with anybody was challenging because I do enjoy talking to people face to face. And
Right.
the distancing and the digital nature of everything was unfortunate.
Yeah. That's good to know. And you lived pre-COVID in the real estate industry, got to taste that, then lived through the COVID piece of the real estate industry, and now we're kind of in the post phase of it. And not only has the industry changed, you've also had like some pretty significant changes on which directions you had gone in real estate. Because when you first started, did you start on a team?
So I did start on a team when I first started, which I feel like every agent, when you get started, they should endeavor to start on a good team. And do your research, check them out. There's a lot of teams that recruit and would love to have you join. I started with the guy that kind of got me into it because I felt like this was his idea. It's his fault. So I'm going to start with you, and which was good. I learned some things there. And then I was a solo agent for about 2 years, and which was good. I learned some things there. I learned that being a solo agent while it's more lucrative, it's also a heck of a lot harder per transaction. And that as much of a lone wolf that I pretend to be or would like to be, I like being on a team, and I need and crave the team family aspect, especially like on Anderson Hicks here, that I get to be a part of, that actually makes me a better agent and makes me just more productive and helps my business as a real estate agent grow as opposed to just doing it all myself. So yeah, it's been good. I've been on all sides of it, and I've learned from everywhere. So yeah,
that's good. Always be learning.
Yeah,
that's right. So, what is it about real estate specifically that just keeps you in the industry? Because there's so many different industries. You were in construction, you moved to real estate. What is it specifically about real estate that just continues to interest you and hold you to the industry as your career path?
Sure. Yeah, I will probably never go back to a 9-to-5 job. I'd much rather work 24/7 like real estate is. No, seriously though. What I love about real estate is it's dynamic, it changes, it's challenging. If you're in middle management, okay, you're doing your quarterly reports. Like at some point it becomes monotonous, and it becomes monotonous with no future. And with real estate, I mean, there's some tedious things about it, but it's also you have a huge potential to make something out of it that is good for you, good for your family, good for your community. And it's not just like I just need to get transactions done. It's like I'm building a business. I'm building something for myself, but I'm also a part of one of the most important transactions that my clients will ever go through. And most of the time when people are buying a house, that's the biggest check or the biggest thing they're going to agree to purchase in their life. And I get to be a part of that. I get to be a part of your next step of you investing in your family while I'm investing in my family. And that's pretty awesome to me. I didn't get to do that when I was, I'm building a house, cool, but not in the same way that I get to be a part of something. And I have some clients that are repeat clients of mine that, like, they considered me family. Like, I knew that they were pregnant before their family knew they were pregnant. That's how close it was because we'd done so much together, and also just because of the way I interact with them. And so I feel like it's just a better fit for me, and it's a better fit for what I am gifted at.
And you are gifted. You
Thank
do
you. I appreciate
very
that.
well. So to sum this up and close us out here, what would, if a potential client were watching this video, what about Josh sets you apart, and what is it that you, alongside Anderson Hicks Group, is going to provide for that client that they should really choose to work with you?
It's a great question, because there are a lot of agents out there, and most anybody you talk to knows an agent or is related to an agent or has a friend who's an agent. So like, what's the big deal? And I am not a transactional realtor. I don't look at my clients as, transaction number 7 in this quarter. I look at them as a person, as a family, as an individual, and I greatly value, because I've been in that area, the relationship side of things, and making sure that this process that they're going through, that it is smooth, that it is the best possible one that I can make it, and to be there for them as not just a realtor, but as a friend as much as I can be. Like, I would advocate for a friend, like I would want somebody to advocate for me. And that's one of the reasons why I love Anderson Hicks, is because that's their idea too, is we want to make this transaction that can quite possibly go really weird and be super challenging, but we're here to make it smooth, and we're here to make it good, and we're here to make it so that it's not a headache, and that it's actually like a good experience in your life. And that's why I'm here, and that's why Anderson Hicks is amazing.
Very well said. Well, if you are interested in buying or selling, or just need help in real estate, and you haven't had an agent, and you didn't know Josh, and now you know a little bit more about him and want to know even more about him or about the industry, reach out to Anderson Hicks Group. Reach out to Josh Golden. He is an amazing agent on our team, and we will look forward to talking to you then.
I'll wait to hear from you.